This could be a big mistake.
Mistake?
If they could do that to a wall, imagine what they could do to our heads.
For sure. And our heads are nowhere near that.
That hole, you wacko!
Oh no.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another exciting edition of Turtle Talk. Super stoked to have all you shellheads coming on by the Dave Wonder channel. But one shellhead in particular is joining me this evening. Sadly, not Dan. He's a little jet lagged from his trip overseas, so we hope he feels better soon. But the very awesome, the very geeky Mr. Geeky. How's it going, Mr. Geeky? You're bad at this.
Hi. It is going well. You can hear me, right? I'm not muted. Yeah.
Yeah. So as you folks can see, Mr. Geeky's joining me this fine evening. Real quick shout out to all the COJ members. What's up, Mr. Ryan Clark, 3 and 5,000. Neil, I agree. Rest in peace, David Warner. Fantastic actor gone too soon. He was an elderly gentleman, but still not that elderly. What up, Adam, Cyber Jedi, I am Batman, How I Figure, Mitch, of course, Smetty, Jamie Lynn, Jamie DeFore, Mr. Geeky.
Very meta right there. I mean, that's
right? Oh, man, Chaos, you made it. Hello, Jesse. What up, Darth? Mr. Allmind, Juan, Chris, Bat Force Comics, Mike. Man, lots of you folks in here tonight. Welcome. We got a lot. I was going to say little, and I can't. San Diego Comic-Con. I wasn't there, but someone was. So we have a few things to talk about, eh?
A couple things. There's maybe one or two things there that were shown.
So, as you might have guessed, tonight we're going to be covering a lot of what came out over San Diego Comic-Con. I had trouble finding 3 images, but outside of that, I think I got everything. Oh, what up, Brio? Happy Sunday morning. Oh, right. Time displacement. No, time zones. He's overseas. Anyways, yes. So let me ask you. Well, you know what? I'll ask you this after we go through these images, because, oh boy. NECA brought some fire. Mitch, I am talking about the 3 sets of the exact same figures previewed by Best Action or the Loyal Subjects, which were truly a shock because they seem to pal around with this guy right here. So are you ready, Mr. Geeky?
Yeah, I'm ready. Always.
Well,
Turtle. Always.
Should I ask you first? Was the show everything you expected? Because that was your first Comic-Con, right?
No. This is like my 10th, I think. But this is
your first show was Mr. Geeky, though.
My first was Mr. Geeky, yes. And it was my first time, in a place for a long time too. So that was also, but yeah, no, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was nice to see folks there, and it was nice to pass out some speaky geeky pogs there while I was there too.
Really? Wait, you made pogs?
Oh, I got you a set. Don't worry. Don't you worry. I got you.
Come on, man. I still got my Shellhead Slammer. All right.
Nice.
let's dive into the madness, shall we? I'm starting with the chonkiest of boys that was revealed. In my opinion, you might be able to guess who or what it is. And I'm again going on a limb, but this big bastard was revealed, and that's a lot of plastic. We got a friggin' a Mirage Triceraton. Wolverine just tried to attack me off the Sentinel. That was fun. But lots of everything unveiled, and we'll get through this. But I figured we start out with some Mirage goodness. What are your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I mean, I think that this was. I'm hoping to get any and all of the Triceratons that are from the Mirage. I mean, I feel like now they've got the buck there. That might be a little bit easier to get some of those down the road too. But this has been a big want. I'm excited to see this, and I was excited to see that revealed there. This is like, it was a massive figure.
And so you also see a couple other things in there. Don't worry, we'll get to Slash. We'll get to the big old turtles. Don't worry. But I wanted to start with this guy. I know the Triceratons are near and dear to your heart. So I figured this would be a great place to start. The color scheme, the sculpt, just NECA, as you'll hear many times tonight, NECA is flipping killing it from all sides. So moving on, we move over to me not being able to hit the next button, apparently. The Lawson Turtles. Well, they're just the Mirage Turtles in general.
This is the Lawson inspired turtles, right?
Yep, for sure. Yeah. And again, big, chonky turtles, a cool departure from what everybody thought we were going to get, which was probably, everybody was kind of going, are we going to somehow get like a re-release of those Eastman and Lair turtles? Are we going to kind of start out with the spindlier versions? And they're like, no, here's them thick boys. Like, we go. So were you there when they unveiled these? Because I know you were sending pictures in the group chat like crazy, but I don't know when these were actually unveiled.
This was out on preview night. So and I was there. I was actually I think right next to Pixel Dan as he was. I was like Pixel Dan, you gotta look at the pictures. He's but that was fun. These were there, and there was a lot of that. I'm trying to think if there was any reveals that came later in the con, or if they showed most of that first night.
I think these guys came the first official day. These weren't up for preview night.
Okay.
But because I was going through all the images, which you'll see some duplicates. I got a bunch from Toy Arc. I got some from the Fwoosh. So there will be some repeats of some of these, but I like the different angles and such. Love my OG Mirage Turtles, but for these Lawson versions, there you go. I was hoping for them to release the OG, but grateful to see new. And that's what I love about this chat. It's going both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Loco's been on both. Did they make the turtles more?
But I know.
I would assume
a lot of folks were.
Oh, sorry.
No, yeah, no. A lot of folks. That was a conversation I was having too. With is that a lot of folks were wondering, because the Mirage stuff was like really kicking up, if we'd get the core four in there too again, because it was nice. It was nice to see that they brought in this other variation of it too, so that it's still unique for the first characters that came out, and now it's like you can still get those four core, but it's going to be, yet another. Yeah.
What up, Lifts? How's it going? Or Laughs, rather. Sorry. I'm sorry. Reading, not my strong point right now. What up, Bjorn? How's it going? These look stunning. Big boy Raph, big boy Leo, big boy Donnie, big boy Mikey. Across the board. Awesome looking. I'll be very curious to see how these articulate, because they are such bulky figures. I have the strange feeling that we won't get quite the dynamic poses out of these that we can get out of those first releases, but these are fantastic. Again, I believe these are the hand-painted prototypes on display. You can see a couple paint chips here and there, but nothing wrong with that. There's my boy Mikey with the rope chucks. I will note, which I thought was actually pretty damn cool.
Mhm.
Oh, what up, Toy Geek Stars? How's it going? How's it going? But I gotta ask, Mr. Geeky, who is your turtle? Who out of these? Who got you? Who was the surprise?
Of the Lawson. I mean, there was it Mikey that had the facial expression in the back there? Go back to that for a second. Yeah, there we go. It's like, so to me, it just exudes. It exudes that Mikey.
Oh, for sure.
And I felt it captured it so well.
I also like the alternate sculpt for Raph, which is what is it's the Return to the City or Escape from the City.
Was it?
I always flip it.
Yeah. I'll get back to you. I think it was Return. I think it was City. City's in the name. It's one of those.
Yeah. First try.
Yeah.
But you can't have the turtles without Master Splinter. And I'm just throwing it out there. We gotta get a video game variant of this figure, because long before I ever picked up a Mirage book, I knew this look for Splinter from the original Nintendo game, where he talks to you and tells you what you're doing in the different levels. Chris, that might be okay. Return to New York. I believe that's correct. Either way, it's awesome. He looks like a puppy, and I look like a puppy. Well, he does look a little bit like a puppy.
New York is a city, so that's partial credit.
I love this because you get another Utrom, you get his teapot, little baby mutated Splinter, as well as the baby turtle, and a canister of ooze. So this one also, the thing that got me about this is, again, you're seeing more of that line work get integrated into this, and that was phenomenal. Man, I can't speak tonight apparently.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of detail on there, and it was up close. You can see that when you zoom in. You can see that when in person too. And it's like it has it's a very noticeable size difference compared to the animated series version 2. So
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, and Jamie Bond asks a good question. Wonder if we'll get another Shredder that isn't exclusive to match these. I missed the last one because the only Shredders that have come out have been exclusives. The New York Comic Con Mirage set and the Loot Crate. So, and also a cool note about the Loot Crate stuff that we'll see a little bit later in the Toon stuff. But yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's so many different possibilities there. So it'd be fun to see what comes next. I'm fairly certain a new Shredder will be coming in the not too distant future, but which one is the question. That's the exciting thing about the whole Mirage concept is there's a lot of years of books to kind of dig through and choose from. Oh, there we go. Great. I guess my images aren't in order. I even numbered them this time. Anyways, also you get the blue airbrush on the Mouser to get the more Mirage-esque Mouser look. Cool. More Mousery goodness. Again, this was before Splinter got unveiled. Just all stuff that we knew about outside of the mutated Shredders to round out that trio. Very, very cool. Comes with some kind of funny accessories that are spot on for the characters. But yeah, just really cool to see this line fleshed out and really growing. Also, I still stand by, every time I see this head sculpt, I think of Sonya Blade from the first Mortal Kombat. Oh, well, what's funny about that is when I saw, with the forearm Shredder, I always think of, and then so when I saw that, it's just like, it was more stark. I'm like, oh yes. But I'll say this too, with that, I like to look at the bucks in terms of what the tooling is there also, and that makes me excited for the thought that we might be getting, that we could be a little bit closer to getting Crying Hound, perhaps.
Crying Hound that would be super dope. And I mean, they have teased several times about the wrestling turtles with Archie, always alluding to them vaguely, and as vaguely as possible, I should say. Good old Goro.
Right. You bring in the wrestling turtles, you got to have Crying Hound to be able to hold them all in.
Crime Hound, you gotta have Ace Duck, you gotta have Leatherhead all ready to go, you gotta have what is it? Twig and Stump?
Tramp. Yes. Was it Stump and
isn't it Twig?
Stump. It was oh gosh. You're getting me in a very off moment, but
that's okay. Don't worry about it. Bjorn, the robot, it does look very interesting, and that is actually available for pre-order right now up on BBTS, over on Entertainment Earth, and a couple other shops. I did like that. I think it was the next day they added the Loot Crate exclusive into the display, so you could see all three of them. Because in the previous image, no Thin Boy. But cool to see them all together. It's one of those things where there's been 3 different iterations of these, because you have the Mirage, you have it in 2012, and you have it in 2003. So it's like, okay, let's go. Moving on to a lineup I know you're excited for. I know I'm excited for. Archie Comics being represented, and being represented heavily. Also, what up, Maid? How's it going, bro? Juan says, mini me. But yeah, you got Slash, you got, he's Man Ray from Archie, correct? Not Ray Fillet.
Man Ray, and then Jack Finney as pre-mutation.
Yes. There you go. Mitch Falcon dropping that link. Right, you're on top of it as always, my friend.
And Bubba, the Glub.
Every time I see this, I know these are his arms, but I see these as his arms, and it makes it even more entertaining because it looks like he's just going. It just cracks me up. Also, this is also the first look at the Mirage packaging. Or not Mirage, but Archie, which again, they killed it with reproducing the font for the Archie title and grabbing some of those old fonts just tossed in there. Oh man, Ray.
I'm hoping we'll get to see some more promo shots of the box art there too, where we can see the back and how that shapes too.
Oh, dude, I want some pretty promo pics. Faux show. Chris says, love the Archie boxes replicating a comic cover. Nice packaging on the Archie figures. I did notice on the side for Slash, I don't remember that artwork, but then I remembered that they are having original artwork produced by, there we go.
Yeah. Yes.
There's your voice.
Just like they have Eastman on doing the original art on the Mirage stuff.
Hell yeah. And there you got Dreadmon and Jaguar. Yeah, damn. Like, if you would have thought, do you think we would have gotten the Mighty Mutanimals at the beginning of this year? Like before they were unveiled? Because that seemed so out of left field, and I'm so unbelievably happy.
So happy. That's one where that made my whole. They could have ended. I'm glad they didn't end there. Yeah. But I could have been happy because those are ones that I've wanted for 30 years, more than that. Yeah.
Well, the thing that blows me away is we got 4 Archie figures announced. Not a single one is one of the core 4 brothers, and people are still losing their damn minds over it, which is great.
There's so many more to go too. I mean, it's supposed to be deep bench in terms of what they can grab from there. I mean, there's a lot of characters, a lot of fun ones.
Well, and the funny thing is, we saw Super 7 dive into that too with Gorilla, like
with the magazine. Yeah,
it's like all right, cool. Just some more up close. I call this the sexy head just because he's like, but I dig it.
They got the baby Jaguar there too. That was great.
And wait, never mind. That was just Jaguar. I thought there was one for Dreadmon too, but
he's got his and that's like straight out of the comic. I don't know if you remember that. It's like he's like digging into that, just kind of like going to town on it. Yeah,
a motorboat and the fruit salad. There's a phrase for you. I love the little skulls. And the funny thing was, as a little kid, like before I could read, I remember picking up an Archie comic and seeing Dreadmon and being like, "Is this Razar?" Like, because my brain just couldn't click that this didn't connect directly to the movie that I watched. But oh, I can see them saving the Turtle Bros for later with the Archie stuff since they've got the Mirage stuff. Honestly, I could see them debuting the brothers as a San Diego exclusive.
Oh, for next year, obviously. Right?
Yeah, but because you can build the Archie line up and then go, hey, here's a cool like comic book style packaging. The 2-packs are coming out, in the next couple months.
Well, that gives them a little time to make their cuddly carrying case, right?
Right. Don't you tease me, Mr. Geeky. Don't you tease me. We've been talking about that on this show for how many? Well, over a year, because I mentioned it on the very first show of Turtle Talk. No joke.
It's a great idea. I mean, it's a needed thing. That's how better. What better way to bring it in where it's like you get an all-in-one kind of thing.
Hell yeah. Moving on, this is going to kind of get a little scattered because I realized that the Foosh one's imported as the DSC files, so we'll see how this goes. But they did confirm in several different interviews, Randy confirmed we are getting these sweet play sets. So we got Donnie's lab, the kitchen, and the living room. Does NECA show anything at NYCC? Usually not anything to this extent, if they do. Ooh, is it weird that I can see the Archie Turtles as a Netflix series? That would be dope. What are your thoughts on the playsets, man? Like, I know they're a lot of space.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was epic. I love that it was. It fits really nicely under the other playset. The street dial. And it's just a massive. I am certain I'm getting all of it. It's going to be very expensive to do that. But yeah, I mean, it was wonderful to hear that all the additional stuff was also coming. So we're going to get the transporter, the dimensional transporter there. We're going to be getting. I know that was a question a lot of folks had. Also, was is this just something that they're using for instead of some of the shots, and now we know we're getting that as well.
Well, and I will say this also. If you don't want to wait, go check out Made 1979 Customs. Dude fucking kills it. His diorama's second to none. But the one thing, so I was sitting here looking at Donnie's lab, right? The one thing
right
that isn't there
the big
damn does machines. He doesn't have his oversized coffee maker. Like, it was the one thing. Like, I saw this and I'm just like, oh, what room is this? Oh, it's got to be Donnie's lab. I'm like, where the fuck's his machine? Like,
right? It still has got to come. I'm sure it will. There's no way that they are doing all the rest of these add-ons without getting the giant coffee machine.
So do you want to hear a really insane prediction? So I noticed when I got the neutrinos, which that's a whole thing for another time, but all the tech that they come with, there are some things that make a lot of sense for the neutrinos. There were some little bits that I was like, these look like they go together with something. These look like they'll clip into something. And my brain is going, are they going to slowly build out this damn machine over like the course of years? Like, and just be like, oh, you had the machine this whole time. And then be like, ah. It seems like something that would be like kind of a backdoored custom, but I don't know. It's that thing where I sat there staring at a bunch of my accessories that I have in my bin, and I'm like, wait a second. I'm
it was with you all along. Yeah.
And I do gotta say, like, I sat here and I pored over a lot of this because like there's that's actually from the neutrino set. That's from the pre-mutation set and such. But like I was looking over this and I'm just trying to like scrub every image. I'm like, oh, there's got to be Easter eggs. And like this might have been like the first one in a long time that there wasn't like a really blatant Easter egg that of like a reveal, because you have the Midnight Avenger, who's the Dark Turtle essentially, but you could look around here and even like I zoomed in. I have like the 300 DPI file of this. I'm like, oh, it's gibberish and a wiring guide, but
I
I don't know.
I noticed above there were some Easter eggs in the top diorama, not the sewer layer.
We'll get there too. We'll get there too.
Well, I'll say this though. I believe with some of the other items that are coming, I would expect there to be other stuff that might be coming with them.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
Also, I like that you get the first kind of look of the baby turtles, as well as crazy enough, you have four Donatellos in this one display. Because you have 1, you have 2, you have 3, and you have 4 because you have the turtles in the cage. 4 Donnies, one display. Is it weird? The most excited about that dot matrix printer? Not at all. Gotta love them dot matrix.
I love that. And then they had the TV in the other part of it too.
Yep. And again, like, you look at that transporter. I'm so stoked for that. I love there's again. We get the reveal of the baby turtle. Not baby turtles. The turtle kids. Very, very cool. Very, very adorable. I love that Leo is the one reading because he's responsible. Meanwhile, Donnie has his stick. It's looking like he's gonna whack the wall.
I didn't see if they had an extra skateboard that was going to go with them though, because that was, if you remember from the episode, that was like.
Yep. Well, and I'm wondering because again we haven't gotten the solicitation for these guys yet, so, but
right,
I love Mikey hanging off. It is funny, like this was the first show in a very, very long time that like usually you look at the displays and it's like seamless. This was the first show that like I was seeing a lot of the hot glue because they were putting so much together. Like image numero uno. There's a giant hot glue string coming off the Triceraton. And I was like, oh.
It's a keen eye you got there. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where I'm like, huh. Also, there's some funny stuff like, okay, you have the mirror with a rivet sticking out of it.
Oh, fuck.
I'm like, oh. I mean, again, it's stuff that I think is fun because it shows the process of them putting it together. Also, the busted open, oh gosh, dang it.
Roadkill Rodney. Yeah.
And again, my favorite parts of the Mouser pack, the busted up Mousers. But yeah, just so many cool things. And yeah, here you go. Not a single damn thing outside of looking at this, which I think is supposed to be a sewer map. Because these look like buildings. I don't know.
I was gonna ask you if you noticed any other Easter eggs in the printout. If there was like maybe it was something from the game or something where you know.
Dude, I was staring at it and outside of like the projector up top, like I didn't get it. What did I miss, Mr. Geeky?
No, I'm not suggesting that I know.
Well, okay. I legit, man, I looked and scrubbed these like so hard. Are you looking for the pictures of the street style BST? Yes, I am, Mitch. You are correct. Jeff, yeah, the Lair dios. Holy crap. Mona Lisa. Very exciting. Also, we got Mr. Steady's helmet. Which poor Does Machines was like, oh, they finally did it. But so we getting a re-release? Are we getting an accessory pack? You know, like I'm down for whatever. Oh, thank you, Mitch. Thought in that episode Mikey didn't transform into a baby. Did he do it? Maybe a flashback?
I think you're right. There's definitely one of the turtles that did not transform, but it could have been another episode that
didn't work.
Whoops.
There we go. Sorry, I was trying to pull up the image from Mitch for afterwards. But with Mona Lisa, you get Dirk Savage, right? Just it's Bruce Campbell. Like,
it really is. Yeah.
It's flipping amazing. I mean, again. They're going deep with some of these characters, which I'm all for. Like I said, there's a Toon accessory pack coming. Oh, okay, cool. I missed that one.
The Turtle Tots, I think, are part of
that. Okay. See, I listened to so many things and went through so many images. My brain's all kinds of scattered. Don't love the sculpt for Mona Lisa, I must say. I I don't know. I think it's also kind of the pose. She's not really doing anything. Well, you know what I mean? She's going, you guys, I'm not Venus. You know what I mean though? Like I'm guessing they had so much that they were setting up. You know, like Dirk has kind of that dynamic douchey stance, like of a space hero from the 1940s, which I love.
It does really kind of remind me of Dan Dare a little bit, doesn't it?
Oh,
It's
definitely.
Like, yeah, but I think he's like, I think supposed to be based off of Dirty Harry.
Is he?
Dirty Harry, and I think there's probably this like very quintessential 80s machismo, and like.
Oh, I mean, he I would say obviously he's not modeled after Bruce Campbell, but I could see him being modeled after Snake Plissken.
For sure.
Like you got the eye patch, you got the
There are so many in that era that you could say, yeah.
Flash Gordon, little everything.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, we get Scrag. Like he's there. That's the final loot crate figure, right? Because he was the if you bought them all, you get Scrag. And he looks great. Oh shit. Sorry. We'll get back there. But it is also a cool thing to realize that now we have 3 of that gang, which is pretty awesome. I mean, you could put Bebop and Rocksteady behind them to kind of fill out the ranks a little bit more, even though that they are mutated. But just stand them in front of the other. Like all of a sudden it's like, ooh, it's building up. Thought he was.
So
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to be seeing some more of those pretty soon. I mean, now that we have, I feel like with the Rocksteady buck there too. That's kind of similar to the Dumbo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping they're not in another 4-pack. Maybe a 2-pack here or there, because it's 6 or 7 members that we see on like the regular from the group, if I'm remembering correctly. Mm-hmm. And then there's a bunch of like randos that you kind of see as just thugs, mugs, and such. Mm-hmm.
Well, and I guess the question is too if they are going to try and combine with some of those other the punks, right? Some of the, I think it was like Red. You know what I'm talking? There was like there were some other notable punks there too that they might decide to.
For sure. Dork Chop, that is the trap that actually comes with the frogs in the first 2-pack. Oh, Neil Robinson asking, Mr. Geeky, did you get the pre-mutation set?
Oh yeah, I don't have it in hand yet, but I definitely I got it when the pre-order went up.
Okay, I was gonna say, did you get it on the pre-order or did you get it at the show?
No, I mean I'd have to move it all the way back with me if I got it at the show. So I was like,
makes sense.
I'm gonna do the pre-order. When I saw that came up, I was like,
Moving on to what might be my favorite reveal of the Toon Turtles specifically. You got Mac.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the weaponized Johnny 5. I'm so stoked that we're getting Mac. Literally 2 of my favorite robots from the entire cartoon show got revealed at this show. We'll get to the other in a second. Actually, you know what? That one was revealed on your exclusive interview available on your channel with Rex.
Oh, with Mac? Mac was
No, Rex.
Oh.
Rex. On your interview, you unveiled him.
That's right. I did that.
Literally set up that's me.
That's me. I'd set it up. You set it up. Yeah, Rex was there too, and Rex looked phenomenal.
There's the helmet. But fuck yeah, Mac.
Yeah, Mac. And Mac, from what I talked to Trevor, and I think from what I recall, I think Mac is also part of that accessory set.
Cool. Right on. Damn, that's going to be an expensive accessory set. There's the helmet and the lazily posed Mona Lisa. But shit, this was another one. Friggin' Bugman?
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, we got the tease of them with the paper accessories from the 2-packs with the Bugman comics. And there he is, Mikey's main man.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I have 2 questions immediately from this. First of all, I have a statement also. The statement is, and then the two questions are: will he have the ability to change into his human form as well? Because I didn't see the pieces there. But then, secondly, who's he going to be paired with? Is it going to be Are we getting, the Swatter? Are we getting Electro Zapper?
Is it weird that my first thought was, could he be one of like the deluxe releases, come with a bunch of comics and come with a fully like mutatable body? Because I mean, technically, if you swap out the head, take off the backpack accessories and the tail, and I guess you'd have to swap the boots too. But technically they could leave that. But we've seen a 2-in-1 figure before with Irma, with Vern, so I don't know. Bugman kind of creeps me out, but it's cool. Well, Rex is always in effect, baby. Screaming for ultimates for me. Friggin' Bugman.
Yeah.
Again, another character that I'm like, all right, we're doing a superhero from a superhero show that's the superhero to the superhero. Some meta figures. There's that big, lovely bastard protecting his main lady. Which I saw this, and my first thought was, could Irma be an accessory for Rex? Like, he's huge. Holy crap! But
there's some fun additional Irmas that I would love to see in this too. And I'm hoping we'll see a Super Irma at some point. Or a Moth Irma.
Right? Oh my god. This is so dope. It looks like they're implementing some of the metalhead hinges there, so we'll get some spectacular gun action maybe. In the VHS, you can put the VHS in there to Yeah, I think I'm up to 3 VHSs now for like the accessory. I'm like, I can label some of these. We need a quarter scale Irma. I think they'd make April before her, but just guessing.
The attack of the was it 150 foot, 50 foot Irma?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, the
also,
bigger.
Mr. Ryan Clark, it's a solid grab there. Can't go wrong with Sectars. Superhero, Super Bebop and Super Rocksteady. Or no, they're not that, because that's what they called the mecha versions, right?
Yeah, it's Mighty as
Mighty Bebop and
oh my gosh, for years I always said the wrong name because in my mind it was Mighty and Super.
Yeah.
But those are the robots. So
you get the superhero Bebop and Rocksteady. I love that Rocksteady comes with the peace hand, so you can have these guys saving the day.
Now we just gotta get them as potatoes, right?
Right. Also, another bomb, and the blaster.
There was one that had the nose on it too. Did you see? Did you see that?
It's. I don't know if I got an image of that. To tell you the truth.
The sniffer gun.
Rhino Man was Rocksteady, right? I honestly don't remember.
Yeah.
I think Rhino Man and Mighty Bebop, Jamie says. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Either way, they're cool looking. And if you don't want to get this 2-pack when it comes out, that Walmart re-release of the classics is coming out as well. All right.
Chagahachi. Right.
Yeah. Right. What do you think?
Freaking cool. That's what I think. And I mean, I was. See, here's the thing. There's so many heavy hitters this time around where it was like we got Lotus Blossom here. Well, we'll see it in a second. But yes, I was really happy with that. And because we're getting some characters that we're going to be getting a lot of deep dive characters, I think. But it's always fun for me to see that because I'm like, it's. Even though I'm expecting it, at the same time, it's unexpected.
Oh, hell yeah. Is it weird that my first thought when I saw this was, damn, I wish his hands and like all his skin was transparent blue. I don't know why, but man, I thought that would have been cool. I know with the cartoon line, they go Pantone. They go fully, dead on to the animation, but fuck, that would have been a cool variant.
Well, I mean, 1/4 scale on this guy, too. If you remember, right. I mean,
he grows.
But yeah, no, 100% in agreement on the transparent. That would have been fun.
But Mitch, look how much you've learned. Then who is this?
Mr.
Geeky. Who is this?
Well, it's Lotus Spot. It's Lotus / early Karai.
Yeah. Shredder's daughter, but not Shredder's daughter, because they didn't want to get into that.
There's no question. It is.
It's Karai, through and through. There it is. There's the nose.
Well, and so I don't want to get ahead of where we're going here yet, but because of one thing that was kind of hidden, it was I was kind of almost hoping that we'd see in Fred Wolf style Karai head as well.
Oh, that would have been cool. I mean, I wouldn't say this is far off from what a Fred Wolf style Karai would look like, but it's still awesome.
Yeah.
I'm very stoked for this. When I was a little kid, I loved this episode. I thought it was so cool. And yeah, this my Leo needs a girlfriend. Moving on, and I'm sure my images will bounce around because I noticed that there was a couple missing there. Last Ronin figures, additional to what we've already seen. These based on the man, the myth, the legend, Ben Bishop's artwork, who hopefully will be coming on here eventually. But these are stunning. Last Ronin, baby. They remade Muckman and Glow in the Dark, so a transparent figure isn't a huge stress. True. I think we'd have to get him released once before we get that transparent variant, though. And again, I don't know how many people are gonna be like, "Oh,
right,
yeah,
right."
I need 2 of those.
Muckman maybe a little bit more visibly on the shelf. People would get who that is right away. You know?
Yeah. These are dope. Through the grapevine, it's been found out that there is more coming, which is very, very exciting. These are dead on. I don't know what else to say. The sculpt work, the line work. As someone who's known Ben for a while, been following his artwork. This is so cool. Like, I want aggregate figures. Like just see more of his artwork come to life. But also, as soon as I saw this, I knew exactly what it was. But my first thought went to, is that Rookie from Batman?
Right. Well, and it kind of has almost a nobody vibe to it too.
Well, I dig that though. Well, it looks phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. And it's a great RV builder too.
Right. Is it bad that I was hoping this was going to be a 2-pack?
Oh, with the extra head.
No, just a 2-pack in general is just like, all right, give us 2 with 2 extra heads. Cool. Needs whole on the shelf.
That's the hard thing with these, with the IDW and the Archie stuff, is that it's like I see the characters, I'm like, oh, I'm not getting them all at once.
Yeah.
Gotta wait.
The leader of the crew again, absolutely crazy cool looking. Again, the funny thing is, like, seeing these, I'm just like, I want these heads to put onto normal turtles now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, toss that on a normal Raph, and toss that on a normal Leo, and oh my god, Ben Bishop style, turtles would be great. Although that could be another box set.
Mm-hmm. Well, and there's elements where you could turn that into like a City Fall Leo too, potentially.
Yep. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Moving over to some monsters. There's Robo's boy, the Invisible Donnie. This is great. This is spot on. I think this head sculpt is what sold it to me, even though whenever they give the turtles hair, it's always weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
But the invisible feet and hands that are coming with as well.
Were they gonna have an invisible head too, like they had?
I don't think so. I'm not positive on that, but I don't ever remember reading anything about that. I mean, you could just take the head off and then, ooh, it's invisible.
Yeah, true. Well, I mean, right, with the Playmates one, they had you could take off the bandage, and then there's the right.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah,
I remember feeling overwhelmed when NECA showed their TMNT display at Toy Fair 2020. This makes me pale in comparison. How about Spirit transparent versions of the Three Brothers? I'd totally be down.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, Mitch throwing shade. The best Donnie is the one you can't see. Also, I read this comment, and I read it as Mickey, not Mikey. And I was like, Mickey moment? I don't think they can do that. Oh, shit. See, more scrambling. But lots of little hidey holes back here with the pizza monsters chilling out back there. And Okay, so here's my question, because we talked about, Barney Stockman.
Yeah.
Before, do you think the Baxter with the Shredder helmet is supposed to be their homage to Barney?
Well, that was from the Eye of Sarnath episode, so I don't know that that's meant. My understanding is that they are going to still do Barney.
Nice, Jeremy. Coming in, hey, better late than never, dude. Welcome to the madness.
I'm really happy that we have the helmet Baxter there, but I do think they're probably still going to do Barney at some point. Yeah.
Also, more pre-orders that are apparently shipping really soon. All those up there in the Rock Infantry. Actually, do they only? Yeah, there's. Oh, never mind. Rock Infantry, and then the Twisted Turtle game.
I'll say too that what might be fun for a Baxter variant would be like, if you remember, there's the episode where the transformation where he's kind of electrocuted.
Yeah,
and he kind of turns into almost translucent.
Yeah,
that would be that'd be kind of neat. Just saying.
More the merrier. Also, more of that sweet dot matrix paper.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it's going to double up. Sorry, guys. I noticed this in the background. I thought that was kind of neat. Also, they got a gaming system.
Yeah,
VCR.
It was interesting to me that was like kind of based off of Super Nintendo versus Nintendo.
Right, but I think this is what their cartridge, their game system looked like.
Did it in the series?
Yeah, because it basically has the Nintendo joystick, and I think this was just kind of the wild over the top. Also, stack of VHS tapes, always nice. But see, that was the original pick. I found a Mac, and I'm like, oh, I gotta find a better one. Oh, there we go. The Dark Turtle, Bat Turtle, Dark Donnie, whatever you want to call him. I think again, this and Armagon. Actually, I just realized Armagon was not shown.
No.
Hi, Stormy.
The order of the loot crates, right? So we've got, is it going to be, we just got the Mutant Shredder.
Yep.
Next is Dark Turtle. And then that's Armagon, right?
Then Armagon, and then Scrag.
Yeah.
Stormy.
Yeah, no, I noticed it when I got back, and I was like kind of just like looking through pictures, and I was like, oh wait, there was no Armagon there.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see those when we start to have those roll out. But yeah, Dark Turtle Donnie was pretty sleek.
Right on. Sorry, Stormy is loving up hard right now. So, Stormy, it's not even raining outside. You don't need to be doing this, or you're just showing off for the people. Okay, you get down. You gonna camp out in here with me? Be studio dog. Good girl. Wired cape in the line. Yeah, like, look at that.
And I immediately thought too when I saw that, in terms of like, do you remember G-Clef? There's G-Clef, and there was the Phantom of the Sewers that also had that cape.
Yeah.
Or similar cape.
So the funny thing is I sat here and stared and stared and stared at this image because I was like, there's got to be Easter eggs. There's got to be something, and I'm like, what about this guy? I'm like, oh, that's his. Damn it. Oh, Brody Perkins posted 3D renders of those Lair accessories on his Instagram, the TV, the gaming system, etc. Oh shit, I'll have to check that out. Thanks, Lass. Almost. Here, we can start talking turtles. Damn it, Mixie. Correction, Dave. No arcade turtles were shown at SDCC, ditched entirely in favor of Mirage and Archie. But again, the Loot Crate figure remains to be the last. There he is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Mr. Geeky, and I'm sorry if I let the government name slip a few times. I saw that, and my first thought was, I could make a really cool Mr. Geeky figure with that head, just rah! Like turtle fanboy Mr. Geeky would be great.
My resting face is just
just so but it's so happy. It's so happy. You're a happy gent. But yeah, again, these look killer. We're gonna mainline some images. There we go. Oh, my boy Mikey. I'm so excited. So excited. But yeah, no fully transparent head sculpt. I'm wondering, because I did just notice this, and it might just be a hard line in the sculpt. I'm wondering if this bandage can come off of a transparent sculpt.
I wonder. Well,
because I noticed it looks a little bulky, and like if you look down here, how it comes up like that, I'm guessing that's the neck. But you could, hold it on with the goggles, and then it would be completely transparent.
Absolutely. Well, and that's the thing is, we didn't know about the storage shell component to the other one until we saw the packaging stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's because we didn't get to see the back of this to see, it's very
there
might be coming,
Well, and with the popped collar too, I feel like that's a really nice way of hiding the sculpt. Too, so you don't really notice it. I'm still geeking the F out about this Mikey. We already seen him, but it's still really cool.
Did your mind go to Codename Chameleon, by the way, when you saw that trench coat a little bit?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Here we have the Judith Hogue Bride of Frankenstein. Very, very cool looking. I love the rats.
With the eyes. Yeah.
And the bonsai. For Frank and Raph. Again, very, very cool looking. We'd already seen all the pretty promotional pictures and everything. Oh, Randy did say the bandaged head for Invisible Donnie was hollow. Oh, it's hollow. That's cool.
All right. So I think that's a partial answer there. I'm guessing, yeah.
Right on. And then Donald ducking it. Friggin' Splinter in disguise. I know it's Van Helsing, but I'm like, give him pants. You gave him a coat and gloves. Like, why's he got a Donald Duck it? Could you not have given him pants?
He's got to jump around a lot. He's got to get that range.
I guess. Oh, what up, Michael Palmer? How's it going? It's been a minute since I've been able to check a live stream. Did you already talk about those clothes, TMNT loyal subjects? We'll get there, Michael. We'll get there. But yeah, this is the only one that I didn't order. Is the Van Helsing?
Yeah. The answer is yet. I'm sure you. I know you. I know that's only a matter of time.
Yeah. But okay, I didn't I pre-ordered the other ones because I was like, I'm not taking a chance. Like, get these in, it'll be great. As awesome as they are, I can't help but feel that Splinter and Donnie have a little less creativity than the first few. I could see that. I mean, they're really, really cool. But yeah, it's very strange. Donnie makes sense. Splinter is confusing to me just because it's like, all right, he's supposed to hunt the monsters.
Yeah, to me, it would be a better fit for Shredder in this scenario. But I mean, what's fun to me about this whole line is that there's like, the sky's the limit in terms of what they can do. And who's to say they won't use other characters for those we've seen too lately.
I'm hoping we get Shredder Dracula and a bunch of foot soldier vampires. I'm for it.
The steak instead of the Shredder, the steak. I was surprised that we didn't see any more. I know that there's a couple more that have been teased that are coming from that line still as well. So
sure. Give me 1 sec. I'm just keep talking. Sorry, I'm grabbing the Instagram images real quick.
I think they said there was 8 so far that they have fully sculpted of the Universal Monster characters. And so I was kind of anticipating that we would see another tease, but not yet. they got to leave something for a little down the road here too.
There we go.
But yeah, I would. Did you see on this? Okay, 2 things. Did you see on the side of the diorama building there was some new pictures too?
Yeah.
Do you have that picture? I don't want to talk about it.
I don't actually. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was trying to find it before the stream, and I'm like, well, I had it Monday. Like, where the hell did it go?
The one that stuck out to me was AJ Howard, because and that makes. I mean, you got Dirk on there, so that makes sense. But it would be fun, I think, if you could get that the skin the shed away head there that turns, where it's like, here's mutant snail.
Yeah.
Maybe with one of those like only one time use characters.
You're right.
Like a giraffe.
Not you, Boo, but Boo Cat. Sorry.
Oh. Then in the window, did you have the picture of that or not?
I didn't grab it because you had an image and Pixel Dan had an image, and I was like, okay, I want to show these and give credit. So give me 1 second. I'll grab that real quick.
Well, I don't want to say anything until we have it in front of us. But it was fun to me because of the additional doors that seemed like they could be. Yeah.
Last Ronin in Fred Wolf style. Very, very cool. Yeah, I don't know. I really dig it. Also, a bunch of other fun images. Also, when I saw this, I'm like, is this like crazy party time Raph? Like, is he getting naked? Is this blurred out by Instagram?
Just all pixelated?
Just exactly. It's just like, what?
The unnecessarily pixelation. Like,
but yeah, definitely like such a cool door, like cross the streams, literally, cross Fred Wolf, you got Fred Wolf into my Mirage, or you got Mirage into my Fred Wolf, you got IDW into my Archie. Well, technically, anyways, but yeah.
Well, yeah, and there's so many different, when you think about it from that perspective, there's a whole lot more doors that open on that towards expanding out that iteration of it too.
Hey kid, you have some ice cream pizza.
I mean, if I'll say this, if Last Ronin could be in Fred Wolf style, so could Dog Pound in Fred Wolf style.
Oh yeah. Oh man, did you just give me the 2012 turtle straight up? Adam, are they naked? Yeah, a little bit. They got belts. So Best Action unveiled these variants, and thank you, Mitch, for grabbing these. I know there's a couple other images out there, but the street style turtles, there's 4 of them. And the funny thing about this is this look is shown on the back of the packaging for Usagi Yojimbo, which is kind of wild. So it's interesting to me that Best Action is diving into the more of the cartoon variants, where they also already did some Mirage and they did some video game looks. So it's like, okay, like what are you gonna do next, man? Because this seems sketch. Because again, crossing so many streams.
There's a lot to do. There's so much content there. I'm sure I will be buying all of it.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, that's coming out first from BTX, or from BX.
Best Action.
The best action. I'm sure I will be getting it from there, but I will also be getting it from NECA and whoever else puts those street.
I'm throwing it out there, and I know I crap on that line a lot. Wait for NECA, because my goodness, those Best Actions.
I know what you're talking about with the shell and how it was like the connector.
Oh no, it's just the quality. The quality is what's a bummer, considering that they're almost $20 figures. That's what gets me. And also, I think Blue Renette is all but guaranteed to come. So
yeah, 100% it is. We don't have timeline on it, but I'm sure it will be coming out.
Yeah, Forgiven 03 Turtles, I'm down. Again, I think there's all sorts of crazy shit that's tied up with the 03 license. I don't understand why, but every time that I've heard it come up in a licensing conversation or, any other thing, like, it's always this myriad of reasons why it took so long to get to streaming and took so long to do this. And I'm just like, okay, all right.
Was that a crossover between when Viacom picked up?
I think so. Laugh says you get a turtle license, and you get a turtle license, and you get a turtle license.
Well, I guess maybe a loophole to that could be if they're like, with NECA in particular, if they're doing the stuff in the Fred Wolf style, potentially they could be doing 03 characters, but in that style, and then it's something
which would be awesome. Oh, yeah. Renette hopefully means Savanti Romero. That would be dope.
That one I was shocked we didn't see, honestly, at the convention.
Best Action Shredder is so tiny and fragile, his elbow joints want to break so badly. I'm afraid to even look at them too hard. Yeah, I got my hands on a foot soldier and I returned it. I was like, maybe the human construction's a little different, and I got it out of the packaging, and literally getting him out of like the plastic shell, I was like, this is gonna break. Like, and I was so bummed. I was like, damn it. I tried to give it another go, and it was still like, darn.
I like the packaging. The packaging on that it reminded me of Kung Fu. Do you remember the old game? That's what.
Their packaging is on point. Like, I nearly bought the friggin' $75 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive packs that they had up on BBTS, because I was like, that's a really cool packaging. Then I'm like, oh crap, it's still filled with crap. On Nightwing, I'm with you, Graham. Bummed Mezco didn't show their turtles off, but they didn't show much new. To be quite honest, they showed the one black costume Batman that was new, a bunch of stuff that had already been announced, and then those couple things they come for you even.
Do we think that's going to go pretty far into the line for Mezco?
I have a feeling it's going to be like Popeye. I think we'll get the 4 turtles. We might get a variant of 1 or 2 of them, or another variant 4-pack. But I think again, I'm guessing. I don't know shit. But I'm guessing that might be all we see, because those were shown off last year, and that was the last we heard. Or no, was that Toy Fair this year? Feels like a year ago.
Yeah.
They showed it off, and then we haven't seen anything. Like which is a bummer. The foot soldier looks cute in the package. I almost bought one a couple times, but I put it back. If they were $10, I'd do it. Yeah, me too.
They used to be, right? Wasn't it when they first started, it was a little bit less?
They were, I think, $11.99, and now they're $18.99 or $17.99, I think.
To be fair, the price of plastic did go up, but not necessarily $7.
You're correct, Collectin. I was really surprised by Mezco Doc Ock. Could see them making Shredder. That would be very cool, Neil, and I kind of hope that they would get that far. I have that weird inkling that it's going to be like the SH figure arts. We'll get the 4 turtles and they'll be like, moving on. Or we'll get like a prototype for a Shredder or a Splinter or something else, and then we'll never get it in hand. Sure, they showed stuff that is closer to being released in 2027, man. Like, at the rate they're going, it's a bummer.
Here's what I'll say too with the IDW, with the last Ronin stuff, is that it seems pretty evident. I guess. I mean, they haven't acknowledged, some of the other IDW figures at this point yet. But if they're having more additional, and it's not just specifically the last Ronin, and they have, I feel like we might be seeing some from there as well in the not too distant future.
No, as far as the Mirage, IDW, all that stuff, like I think it's only a matter of time. Like you just said, like there's a bunch more coming. When will we see it? Probably once they get through the first 35 figures that they showed off at this show, that are still in production. I thought it was hilarious that Mezco showed off the 89 Batman. Yeah, that's just salt in the wound at this point. Ooh, a NECA Lord Dreg. That would be dope.
Yes. I mean, to me, it's Dragon Mung. It's kind of like or a high tech. Either one of those two together is,
Yeah, I'll believe.
You gotta get that thing in his head, though.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Dave will get his Mezco turtles at his retirement party. What are you talking about retiring? I'm on YouTube, baby. I can go till the day I drop. That's bad to say. Would love to see NECA do some IDW lines, those versions of Bebop and Rocksteady. Dude, I would love a solid IDW line in general. Just give the 4 turtles, give us all the mutants. The Mighty Mutanimals from IDW would be
100%. Well, okay, all right. Top top eight. No.
Oh
No,
no, I think
you're not.
Dave's going to get the DST turtle. Mini-mates are a slippery slope. I tried to collect the 2012 ones when they were coming out, and I was like, what am I doing? These are literally going in a drawer. So mini-mates are cool. Like if I didn't have the space that I have, I probably would be collecting those because they don't take up a lot of space, and I like them because of that. But yeah.
I mean, that new one. Would you unpack that? I mean, it's such a fun packaging for it.
The problem is I have the vintage VHS tape up on my shelf already, so it's like, you know, oh shit, Sophie Campbell's Toca and Razar, yeah.
Yes.
Sophie Campbell's artwork in general, give
Those
all to me.
An excuse to have an enormous Toca and Razar. I mean, yes,
Right?
please.
Dude, an excuse to have an enormous Bebop and Rocksteady. Like, you think of those designs, it's like fudge. Like, or Slash, holy crap, an IDW style Slash, like that. Don't get me wrong, the Archie one, I was like, fuck yeah. And then I was like, oh my god, if they do an IDW one, I'm so screwed in the best way possible.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing with the 2012. That's the thing that frustrated me the most with that figure, was that it was, from when I first saw the pictures, I was like, dang, that looks fun, and then I saw it in hand, I was like, oh, that looks small.
Oh my god, dude! So you know me, I've done a couple upscales of some of those figures. I did Leatherhead. I'm doing the Creep right now. Actually, Ryan Thomas in the chat printed it off. Very excited about that. But the next one I want to do is Slash, because I want to make that thing fucking huge. You know, it's like, it's such a great sculpt, and it's such a bummer, like, to see, I don't know, the waste of that sculpt, you know? Dave, I would be shocked if you still have shelf space in that room. I have some. Not a lot, but some. Still think the cover stare down between the Bebop, Rocksteady, Toca, and Razar are freaking mind-blowing. Yeah.
Here's the fun thing. I learned that the Creep was loosely based off of Bloodsucker. Which my immediate thought with it was just off of Jason, or it was off of
I mean, it was definitely also an homage to like every 80s slasher movie, but
right. But apparently they wanted to use Bloodsucker, but they thought that was going to be too scary. Yeah. And then you saw Creep, and it was like, if you're a kid and you're seeing that character, it's a little scary, you know?
I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. Dave has this whole ceiling of empty space. That's true. It's like a shelf if you have enough blue tack. Yeah, dude. So the funny thing was, the Creep figure was prototyped. And actually the lead artist has it on his shelf. Like, he's shown it before. They made him, they made Zombie Shredder, and then they also made what I think in the 2012 series would have been kind of the Mighty Mutanimals of Ice Cream Kitty. Professor Chicken, and then there was one more, and Spike.
Did they ever come out with Savanti? Never came out.
No, Savanti never came out, but that prototype has fucking vanished. Like, that's the interesting thing, is like, so many of these went to the creator, and then like Savanti, like that one has yet to kind of resurface, and they did never finish the Dream Beavers. But you know who's gonna finish those this week on Tiny Meng Tuesday?
Heck yeah,
finishing them Dream Beavers.
Are you gonna do the Terror Bears too?
I don't know if I'm going to do the Terror Bears. Like, A, space. B, I think the Dream Beavers were so much more ridiculous that I'm just like, yeah, okay.
They're pretty fun.
What? Oh, that is a 1/6 scale Vulture figure from the MCU that's back there that's blocking. It's not a Spider-Man poster either. It's a Nicholas Hammond poster. But yeah. Oh, there we go. Dr. Cluckenstein. My bad door job.
There's a lot of fun ones that would be fun to get from that line too. Okay, so IDW, what if you had eight top picks that are not the turtles themselves, That's already that's locked in, right? We're gonna get the turtles. You know, we're gonna get the turtles when that comes. So it's your top 8 that you'd hope to see right off the bat.
I gotta go Mutanimals. I need. Oh no! Why'd my brain just? Cat, old.
Oh, Old Hob.
Yeah, Old Hob.
Yeah.
Like, Pigeon Pete. Like I want them all. I want Slash. I want that Mondo. Like, Alapex. Like, let's go. Like, literally, it'd all be mutants. Like the human characters are fine and dandy like nuts and candy, but we're gonna have so many iterations of fucking April and Casey wandering the shelves that my brain's just like, yeah, like that Bebop, that Rocksteady, that Toca, that Razar, I can't the
Sally.
Yeah.
Sally.
Any of them, like, Tune in Foot
Oh,
Leo.
Herman the Hermit Crab too would be fun.
Yeah, Herman, and I mean Herman's one of the Mighty Mutanimals, so I just kind of
you lump that in.
And I think that's the thing is, it's basically pick any 8 mutants from the IDW series because those designs are so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, because the brothers are locks, I lumped Jenica in there as well because Jenica is a turtle.
Mm-hmm. Lita.
Yeah. Dude, about Venus. Venus is a character now in the IDW series, and
and those frogs. You get a bunch more of the frogs in this one too.
Dude, right? Oh my god, and they're cool looking. They're really cool looking. Herman with missile launchers. Sir. Hell yeah, Chris. There's just.
What's fun too, you get the leather crane, you get the crane, the leather head with the crane in his stomach.
Oh god. Oh
yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's that shitty thing of like I don't think I could say 8 and have it be the same order twice.
I see. I can see where you'd go with that.
What about you?
I mean, that's the thing. There's so many. I think Zodi is one of the ones I really like. It's kind of a newer creation.
Yeah.
That's the Scorpion character. I liked that Dreadmon that was in like the what was it? They had the universe. The universe. Yeah. I like Madame No.
Fingers crossed, Ryan. Fingers crossed.
That Madame No would be fun.
Yeah.
There was that Hell Shredder would be kind of neat.
Dude, right? There's just it's the fun part about that series is it takes from so many different sources and then creates so much new that it's so fun.
Oh,
it's just genuinely a fun and crazy dark universe. Metalhead, give me Metalhead.
All of the Pantheon. Yes. The Akka, I think, is the only one I don't care as much about, just because of the look. But I'll take it.
Again, if it came down to that they were doing it, it's like, all right. Like, let's.
And Ocho, and is it Ocho? Ocho?
Am I saying his 4 sons? That would be cool.
Any of like Bludgeon, Koya, Karai.
That design rules.
And is the name? I'm trying to remember the name. I think it's Ocho, right? The big guy.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
That one would be freaking epic. That one needs to. Yeah.
The possibilities. I mean, again, it's the same thing when they were starting in the cartoon line, and the same thing when they were diving in. Like the movies were a little bit more contained because there is a finite number of characters who appear in those movies. I will say one that I was surprised we didn't see was Kino.
We know that's. I mean, it's interesting that it's not at a place to see it yet because we saw the 3D render.
But I was just saying I was surprised we didn't see a prototype for it because like my brain's going, all right, Kino, hell yeah, And
Mhm.
literally right after that, I'm like, either well, now I really okay. Before I really hoped for a Professor Perry. Now it's going to be more difficult because now you're dealing with his estate.
Right.
But and a Paige Turco, April O'Neil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, and Chief Stearns.
Could
That's
be
another
new.
one that could be kind of neat too.
Well, you could carry with either one or two because it's the same actor.
Right. I wonder if maybe they're waiting on the Vespa.
Maybe. I feel like they could have just thrown a stock Vespa underneath them from like something and just been like pending licensor approval.
Yeah.
And yeah, Nightwing. My buddy Graham in the chat says, "Will he be another Loot Crate figure?" I hope not. Like that whole thing has been a headache, and I didn't even order them.
I get the feeling that they might try and change it around a little bit.
Ground Chuck and Dirtbag from IDW. That'd be wild.
Yeah. For the Loot Crate stuff, I think they might tweak it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because the thing is,
go back to Club NECA.
Right. And right.
You know?
Right. You have it if you have it like where it's like a pre-order window on through their site or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The so okay, we knocked IDW out. We got what, 3 more lines to go through for Turtles for predictions. So since we're already there, movie figures.
Okay. So all right. So movie figures I would love to see, and here's the thing, I don't know if we're gonna see it, but this is what I want to see is a trash compactor shredder.
All right.
I think that would be kind of neat to see. Maybe what's that?
Where he's all banged up and stuff?
No, he's in the trash compactor. His arm is just hanging out. That's it.
Just a wall-mounted base you just put on.
Yeah.
Guys that haven't done Eastman and Lair cameos. That would be a really cool exclusive.
Oh, that would be fun.
Eastman and Laird in their cameo appearances.
Hmm.
I believe these were confirmed by Randy that they will happen eventually, but the Turtles 3 Samurai to round out the VHS packages, which I called a long time ago, and I'm so stoked that I fucking got one.
Here's what I predict. This time next year, at next year's San Diego Comic-Con, I bet you that's going to be there. I bet you that's going to be the exclusive for the movie.
Yeah, well, it'll round that out. Here, we'll go back and forth. How about this? Because that was from the chat, and that's something that we've talked about on here before. Again, well, I'll go with I know we'll never see it, but Tatsu. Like I have my custom over on my display. I dig it, but shit, a legit Tatsu would be so dope.
It would. I think that's one of my white whales. But I don't. I mean, I think at this point it's just more about getting agreement.
Yeah.
They're being respectful of the actors' wishes. However,
get out, Michael Taylor. No, I'm just messing with you.
With IDW we might see was it Natsu? Yeah. I mean that's still a potential option.
Ouch, Boba Fett. Also, what up? Dude, shit.
I'd say this too. I mean, Tatsu was also in other iterations. He was.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Also. So
yeah.
In theory,
we could get a different variation, a variant, if you will. All right, back to you. I chose Tatsu. Who's next for you?
For predictions.
Yeah, for the movie.
Okay, for movie, I think my guess would be that we will see. I mean, we know what's coming. I think we're probably going to see I think we'll see a Chief Stearns. I think that's kind of one that's kind of been hinted at before, and it's kind of a big one of the big voids of the character that.
Only way I'm gonna buy it is if he comes with a base that you can press that goes, "O'Neil, get in here." That would be perfect. Damn, lots of love for Venus. Give me Venus or give me Death. Rob Van Winkle. Little Vanilla Ice would be pretty damn cool.
I mean, that's the thing. Any of the characters that have that are based on, that are off of a likeness, you got to get that additional okay. And
because they have his likeness, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Casey's ancestor. I can't think of his name, but it's in the colonial garb that they gave a Jason mask on in the toy, which was so dumb.
Well, that's the thing with the three characters, is that we now have an opportunity to see a lot of these the way that they actually look, and that's kind of not.
Thank you, Wit.
Oh, that was the ancestor Wit?
Yeah. Don't worry, Sam. Don't worry, Bean. We'll get to Sam.
Well, I mean, the Sam Rockwell, I think, is again falls into that category of it needs to be, it's because of the likeness, but it could be a masked Sam Rockwell. he's just foot soldier Sam Rockwell.
Adam dropping the super chat. Okay, Leo and Raph versus Batman and Daredevil versus Chuck Norris. Who wins?
Well, I mean, the Turtles are homages to Daredevil, so it's Chuck Norris always wins, right? Isn't that the logic?
You know what? I was gonna do the cop-out answer with Nightwing there. The fans, but I gotta give it to Batman and Daredevil. Batman's got a plan to take out the Justice League. I'm sure he could have a plan to take out Chuck Norris. Just throwing it. Adam wants Megan Fox, O'Neill. Odds of Vanilla Ice and NECA form? I think there's a good chance. The money's got to be right, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we'll see that, though. A Super Shredder with Kevin Nash's face, just because of his contract with the WWE.
Yeah. I would imagine that there's probably talks, at least talks with trying to get Vanilla Ice. I know that's got to be on their radar because there's enough people who are always asking about it too. Professor Perry is a given. I would love. I don't think we get. What is it? Shit. It's Yoshi, and why can't I think of her name? Oh shit! Why am I blanking on her name? Miko? No, that's not right. Are you thinking from the Archie line?
From Turtles 3.
Okay.
You have Yoshi, who's the kid who befriends Michelangelo.
Mm-hmm.
Mitsu. Thank you, Mitch.
Yeah.
I could not think of that.
And so one of the panels was like the Konami panel. They verified that Asuka was based off of Mitsu.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So that was interesting. I mean, because it's like, in my mind, I've always been like, what's the origin story with Asuka? I'd love to know more about that character because it's
do something. Yeah. What the heck was that Taxi Cab 2-pack? That'd be dope. That Domino's delivery guy, like, come on, give us everyone. We're already getting Kino. Like, give us their competition. You can have Vespa races.
We need to get the blow up clown.
I'm surprised we didn't get that in the accessory pack for Secret of the Ooze, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, agreed.
Just because it's iconic at this point, but
maybe there's going to be another accessory pack. Maybe we'll see that trash compactor shredder with it too. Who knows?
Sorry, but that will be Tile Game Pizza. Yeah. Movie sewer diorama. That would be cool. I would take any iteration. The subway, right? Yeah, it was like the subway, or even the first movie. The first movie had so much shit on the walls, though. I don't think they could get away with it. Oh damn! Mario finished customizing the Green Ranger shredder to his original colors today, and it came out so cool. Heck yeah!
Oh, we should talk about that for a second too. First of all, that's awesome. But secondly, that they just announced the sequel of the Power Rangers Turtles comic.
It's coming back. I will be very curious to see what comes of it. because the original comic ends on a very strange note.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's what I'd like. Here's what I'd like to see. I don't know if we'll see it or not, but it's kind of my same logic with like whenever you have a crossover with the Turtles. To me, it's like it's the most fun when you have the Rogues Gallery of whatever they're up against.
Yeah,
mutated, right? So and like in the world of Power Rangers, you already have some kaiju that makes sense, right? You have Shell Shock, as an example.
Well, you had
so
Batman
that would
TMNT, Freddie Williams mutated all the Rogues Gallery for Batman. It was friggin' nuts.
Mm-hmm. Here's a fun factoid.
All right.
In the original, so the original figures that came out, there was going to be it didn't get past the DC the final cut, but they wanted to make some of those characters that were the mutant versions of the Rogues,
which would have been dope.
Which would have been incredible. And also, first of all, you had Polar Bear, Mr. Freeze. There's Tora.
Yeah,
right.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh shit, Mario can't wait for the new IDW series. Hell yeah. Our good friend of both of ours, Mr. Eric Burnham, writing the and Dan Schoning's coming on for art, if I remember correctly, to do the Saturday morning cartoon Turtles series that's coming out from IDW. It's going to be friggin' awesome. They showed off the first 3 covers, as I recall, at San Diego. We should get Eric on here.
And those are Tim Laddie art on the covers, right?
Yeah. And TMNT Ghostbusters. We'll get into that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, the best of the crossovers. But just throwing that out. Mr. Geeky, what's the skinny on that last spinoff? You know what? I'll pop that back up because we were gonna get to that and then we got distracted.
The lost years, right?
Yep.
That sounds fun. I went to that panel, and there's a lot of information that came out of that. So that was sounds
promising.
They couldn't say they tiptoed around certain things because they couldn't acknowledge. But if it was very evident there's going to be some new tools.
Hell yeah! This is one of the variant covers that was shown apparently. But yeah, very very excited for this. Again, same team, Eastman and Ben Bishop, rocking it. So it's going to be good. But real quick, the TMNT Ghostbusters crossover. If you haven't read it, go read it. It's arguably one of the best, weirdest adaptation of live action characters, and it's so good. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. And that's Eric did that.
Yep.
Eric.
Eric, I think he co-wrote it technically. Or no, he did. He was the sole writer, I think, for that. Anyways, it's really good. I highly recommend it. Legit something that I read if I'm having a bad day, and it instantly pops me. But all right, okay. So we made it through a movie. We made it through IDW. Should we? Do you want to do Toon or do you want to do Archie?
I'm down for either. I mean, like with Toon, it's like the question now is, are we on the cusp of some of the Red Sky stuff? There's still plenty of other options prior to that.
We could get the Dark Turtles, like that. The Dark.
From there's you're saying with Second Mutation Turtles, or you're saying Dark Turtles from
the Second Mutation Turtles. Like I could see that. Sometimes I've seen them referred to as the Dark Turtles. That's why I just kind of call them that. In the 03, there were actually Dark Turtles, but that's a different thing. Tempestra.
Yeah, and those are the Tempestra needs to happen. I'm sure Tempestra is coming up soon. I imagine some of the mob characters might be coming up soon too.
God, I hope so.
You and I had this debate on if Pinky McFingers was gonna come out or not because of the name of Pinky McFingers.
Dude, Von Strange, swing by. Table Z7 in Artist Alley. I'll be there all weekend.
C2. Oh yeah, C2. Glomfather is another one that would be an awesome character, especially if they could get it to be like kind of a goopy feel, if that makes sense.
It'd be really, really, really interesting to see what like how deep are we gonna get? Like how far are we gonna be getting into these? So really curious about that. Like you said. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
We got Shakuhachi. So I mean, I think that we're gonna. I mean, it seems to me like we'll have the the brothers. Oh gosh, it starts with K, and it's on the tip of my. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like from they're part of the lore. They're part of the okay, here's what I think we'll see. I think we're going to see Shibano.
What up, Luca?
Sama.
Yeah.
That one seems like it would be fun, and it would be kind of an ethereal, where you could swap out the bottom, almost like what you did with Dirtbag, where you could swap out the bottom torso and have it be coming out of the
lamp or the
and I.
Sorry, my chat just keeps jumping up and down. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. You can keep talking. Sorry.
I'd say Creepy Eddie would be fun.
That'd be dope.
That one. That would be, and that to me, if they are going to do it, Shibano, to me, that seems like they could. There's some reuse there.
Is it weird that I want them just to do a civilians 4-pack? Like the really, really like overly stylized like civilians that we see in the backgrounds on the same walk cycles that apparently live all over the city, outside of warehouses, somehow down by the park at the same time. Bean, I'm with you on that. The other question is, how deep can they go and still make money? They can always release a new version of the Turtles to recoup costs. Just throwing that out there.
It's true. I'd say deep. I mean, because the thing is that people like mutants, and there's a lot of different possibilities for them to do there. So, like when you talk civilians there, if that was they just first of all they just did the permutation 4-pack, which again, those are characters that are very sought after characters, right? But Yammer Dude, yes, Aline, Koala Camp. What's her face? I can't remember his. Okay, there's multiple characters from those episodes too. That would be fun. Like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. You just jumped through like 5 different concepts at once. Okay, on Atlantis, there was his who he rules Atlantis with. Hepia?
No, it's.
Hold on, we have the technology here.
Yeah, it's a fun sounding name. I just can't remember the entirety on the spot right now. You'll say it in a second. I'll be like, "Yep, that's it." Also, the King Bebop, King of Atlantis Bebop would be a great one.
That'd be pretty dope, actually. I just want to find this version. Give me information. That's not information. That's a picture. Damn it. Anyways, Hypothea.
It's close to that. It's not. That's not that. It's all right. Now I'm gonna do it. I'll find it in 2 seconds. 1 second. I just can't remember.
Lagamina.
Yes. That's. I didn't see the name, but yes.
Oh, here.
That name.
That one.
that's the name. Lagamina. Yeah. Hex Lagamina.
Agents of Havoc.
Yes. That is Titanus. Titanus needs to be enormous. And that would be a blast.
They said that they're not afraid to do big figs, but that might be a little too big. Because that's the thing that, like, I want the dragon from Archie comics, and that's literally why I have Fin Fang Foom on my shelf, because I'm like, close enough. I'll leave it at that.
But they could do it. They could do it in tournament fighter style too, where it's a smaller version of the Dragon Warrior.
Big old sumo wrestler.
Oh gosh, what is it? Not Titanus. There was Colossus of the Swamp. Colossus of the Swamp. Napoleon is one I think is probably coming sooner than later.
My apologies. I knocked over my camera control and it fell down. I apologize. There we go.
Oh. With Rex, Rex was I'd say he's maybe a little bit smaller than Chrome Dome.
Right on.
He's pretty big. I think he's I'm looking behind me here because I got my the size scale here.
You got your stash.
I think Chrome Dome's about this, at least packaging wise, is about the same. I think the Android Krang is
Android Krang comes up to Chrome Dome's shoulder.
Okay. So I think that probably Rex is a close in size to Android Krang. He's a big character. I mean, he's a almost full extra head over Irma there. Not that Irma's an enormous character there. Where do we look? Oh, this is you.
So Chrome Dome's over there on the right, and then Krang's right there.
Yeah. So Chrome Dome's got like a couple inches on Krang there.
But
what's the over under on if we're gonna get
Captain Dread? Hell yeah.
What's
up, Peregrine?
Captain Dread I is astonishing to me, right? That's one that it was always boggling to me because I don't know. I mentioned that in the newest one where it was like it came out around the same time as Dirtbag and Groundchuck, and he was in the same episode, and he's a cyborg and a pirate, and that's like made for plastic,
right? It's a preconceived notion that it needs to be a toy. Honestly, the thing that I was most surprised about was we didn't see more prototypes from Super 7. We did get the first in-hand shots of Series 5. I know Pixel Dan got to show that off with Randy, or not Randy. At the Super 7 booth, they had that wave with not Killer Croc, Jesus, Leatherhead and Ray Fillet and those, which was great.
Samurai.
Yeah, and I'm just like, hey, that gold didn't look nearly as shiny as the promo pics, but it was cool that they showed off that. But I was really hoping we'd see some, like some of the prototypes maybe. But still cool, like still super rad. I'm waiting for the year that it's not Cobra or Skeletor and it's the sewer lair at the show for that pop-up. So come on next year.
And those the glow in the dark, those turtles look pretty sweet.
Yeah, they do.
It doesn't seem like a far leap to turn those to do another variant where those are the clone turtles.
Definitely not. I would be very, very interested to see where they go with the tooling for those bodies, because they could release those bodies with so many different heads, so many different accessories to just kind of fill out waves. But they've already proven that Super 7's going deep as well. Again, Gorilla, like not Sergeant Bananas, but Gorilla. Like, all right, cool.
I mean, and the thing is, too, is now that they have, again, it's like now that they have that buck, the likelihood that we might see a Sergeant Bananas is much greater because The little buddies pack was kind of intimated as coming down the road here too,
which I dig. I will be very, very curious because there were some names that were thrown out by several people, and I was like, don't you tease me, like, because they were talking like Monty Moose, they were talking, they were talking about more of the crazier mutants, and I'm like, all right, give them all to me, because that'd be so dope.
Monty Moose would be fantastic,
right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Okay, so I guess we can go there for a second. Who do you think is from the Super 7 side of things that might be coming up as an upcoming wave? Who are your
RetroTube threw out at least one of them for me, but Rat King. I think Rat King's definitely super, straightforward figure to do. Not a lot of crazy over-the-top accessories. It's a figure that you can put in a line with another big fig and still save a little plastic. General Trag would be amazing. I would love to see that, but I'm kind of at that weird moment of going, okay, you gave us Sewer Samurai Leo, you gave us Sewer Surfing Mikey. Inevitably, we're going to get Undercover Donnie because we have Undercover Raph coming first for some reason. Where's Space Cadet Raph? Like, I want to see the damn space bubble, It's like, a Super 7 Scale Tail would be dope.
Yeah, Scale Tail would be fun.
Any of the mutants. Again, it's odd. I love me some mutants. So, but what about you?
Agree. Well, I mean, I'm there are a lot. General Trag is, I mean, I can only imagine how enormous that would be. Just like it would be a big hunk of plastic.
Like I mean,
it would feel like a rock, right? I mean, it's so I mean, General Trag is I love the NECA General Trag that I have, but I'd also like to get in the style of the classes, but massive. So that's what I'm hoping for. Rat King to me seems like it feels like a gimme, right? At this point, I know that. I mean, that's a big one that needs to happen. Wingnut and Screw Loose. The question is what they're doing with their little buddy pack. If they're going to be doing, characters that were the little buddies from the other characters in that, or if they're going to be doing more of Warshawski's stuff, they had character sheets. That never necessarily made it in, and that could be really fun too, to see that.
I mean, the cool thing is I will be interested to see when they do that pack, if it's figures or if it's buddies of folks that we've already seen, or if it's gonna be all like, wink wink nudge nudge type stuff of like, wait what like we're getting the only problem is we'll have to wait like 2 years to get them. Walkabout half court.
Yeah, half court would be great. There's so many fun ones that were from the Playmates, the early stuff that get a Hothead. Hothead would be fun.
Dude, Hothead, the frogs. Like I'm literally looking up at my little vintage.
Shogun Shoei would be incredible.
Dude, this just because this is so up Super 7's alley, give us the Super Mutants. Give us the Turtle Saint. Yeah. The crazy thing is they could do $1 for that body, do one, and then just switch up the heads, and then just pick Leo and spray paint it silver, or do a glow in the dark version, and boom, you have the Turtle Saint. Like, it would be one of the most insane waves of getting all the turtles out and doing something kind of kitschy. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, I mean, and it's getting us something that has never been domestic, right? It was an import if you wanted to get turtles out before. So, but in that same token, I'd love to see Warriors of the Forgotten Sewer, some of those characters like Spellcaster Splinter, or Knight or Knight Mike.
But also based at PandaCon, but another license.
PandaCon would be great. I don't think there's I don't think there's a licensing issue. I've heard before that the those folks were, whoever holds the license now, I think is also on board for that. So,
Turtle track. Oh shit! Kyle mentioned Hothead and said he'd want to do him as a really big fig, but that might not be cost effective. Cyber Samurai Turtles.
I mean, it makes sense to have Hothead bigger because then you could have it fit in nicely with the Turtles or with the Godzilla stuff there too, which makes entire sense that you'd want to have it, kind of to scale.
Yeah. Retro. NECA already did the quote unquote cartoon versions of Toca and Razar, so I have a feeling because the vintage Playmates ones were built more based on that. I don't know if they do it, but you guys have gotten really obscure. Maybe share some Google images just to suggest. Yeah, Jamie Lynn, we'll try and pop some up. I'm guessing usually Mr. Geeky will chop this up and go ham on the editing. I don't know if he'll be doing that again because I know he's got 1,000,001 videos coming up. But well, don't you worry. We'll get up some images here soon. Ryan says worm and pizza face.
Yes. Worm, absolutely. Pizza face. I'd love to get a pizza face where you have the alt head, where you have his little, guy hanging off. Yeah. Or some of those concept versions too, where his face is actually of a pizza.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Both NECA and Super 7, I think, are able to move more towards those concept characters too. So, ones that are high up on my list are like the Uncanny Trio.
Pizza face.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this is from the 2000 2012. Although that's like a mini.
This was the only way you could get pizza face. He is attached to a vehicle.
It's awesome. It's not as awesome as if they made an actual pizza face.
I want to legit cast that so that you can clip it onto the figures' faces. Yeah, like when they get mind controlled. I think that's
exactly. And that seems like a fun, extra layer there. If whoever does make pizza face first, if they were to include something like that as kind of a little fun Easter egg where you're including some accessories where you could have the elements of the 2012 version there too, because they're very, very different.
Hold up. I'm trying to pull this up. Boop. Cyber Turtles. Not as much of a turtle as it once was, but I had to stop in for Turtle Talk because I just got it from work. Hell yeah, Rob. By the by, I'll be swinging by work soon. Yeah, dude, there's so many weird iterations of the Turtles that they could deep dive into, let alone, if they went into the 03 and then into the 2012 series. It's that thing of, in the 03 Turtles, you have the Dark Turtles, you have the Fast Forward Turtles. In 2012, you have the Mystics and the D&D role playing, there's just so much more that can be tapped into, and it's just exciting to see the possibilities, which I'm just all for.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is too is that with the stuff that came out from the 2012 line, a lot of it wasn't.
It doesn't hurt, Rob. You are correct.
To have it in the proper scale, where you can have that additional articulation, where you could have a fish face that could come out of his cybernetic legs, and you could have it as two separate things there too, or spider bites, proper size spider bites.
Oh man, dude. Spider bites, friggin' snakeweed. So any of the mutants from the 2012 series need to be redone in proper scale. I legit have 3 or 4 leg sections on my snakeweed right now to make him taller, and I'm just like, he needs to be bigger across the board. But holy crap, we are down to the final 8 minutes of the show.
Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, did you want to? Because we touched on the Saturday morning cartoon TMNT with the covers. Did you want to?
Yeah, I'll grab those real quick. In the meantime, Mr. Geeky, why don't you plug away of everything you got coming up, man?
Oh man. Okay. There's a lot of. I've been in so many editing like rabbit holes. I think coming up next is part 3 of the interview series with Trevor Zammit from NECA. And then we have another episode of our Which Figures Do We Want series. We've got a handful of other interviews from Super 7. We got a couple with Mondo from Super 7 from Nomi Kane. And there's a bunch of more stuff coming down the way here too. I got confirmation that I'll also be having Brian Flynn on the show. And I think we're having Michelle Ivy from Cowabunga Corner and Toca Roku, who's like a TMNT Uber fan. There's a whole lot of stuff. And I think some gargoyles. There's a lot. We do.
Toca does the skateboards, yeah.
What's that?
Toca does the skateboards, yeah.
Yeah, he does this, and he does covers for variant covers for a lot of the comics too.
Right on.
Yeah,
I was just saying like that was something that came out over the like San Diego or like Pixel Dan and folks were getting. But anyways, Eric Burnham coming in right in the Saturday morning adventures Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. These are just a couple of the covers that are available. This is going to be nuts. A love letter to the cartoon we hold oh so dearly. Very, very excited. You know what? I'll try and get Eric on here next month to talk a little turtle, talk a little talk, and have some fun. I don't know why I said talk a little turtle and talk a little talk instead of that altogether. Because after all, folks, you're watching Turtle Talk. It comes on once a month, maybe starting to come a little bit more often, just because there's a lot of turtle news. It's a good time to be a shellhead. But I do want to give a quick shout out, of course, to Mr. Geeky for swinging by and hanging out. I want to give a quick shout out to Mitch Falcon for being the mod with the most. Also, a quick shout out to all the COJ members chilling out tonight. Thank you, Juan, Michael, Rob, other mics, Dork Chop, Mike. Jesus, there's a lot of mics in here tonight. Dis, we got Darth, we got Peregrino. Welcome back. Chris, Ryan, Mixie, Luca, Jamie Lynn, Retro 2, Luca, just Smoking Joe, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out. I honestly cannot wait to do this again because there's so much to talk about and there's so much still coming. That holy crap, it's just a really dang good time to be a turtle fan. So if we missed something, please let us know down in the comments below. Like, follow, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff because it really does help. Okay, see you on Monday there, Dave. Show you later. Oh, I see what you did there. That's okay, Bergen. That's okay. But yeah, also, if you want to see more Mr. Geeky on this channel or see more collabs, let us know. Let both of us know. Go like, follow, and subscribe to Mr. Geeky as well, because dude produces some of the most insane content that you will see. So yeah, don't be a dick. I'm just kidding. You can be a dick. Don't be. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's been a long night.
Are you saying me? Are you saying you're saying?
You know, I'm just messing with you. No, just yeah. Thank you all for being here and being a part of it, and just being a part of the conversation because that's what this is all about. So yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you, Mr. Geeky. Thank you, COJ. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you, everybody else. Like, follow, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And as always, much love from Minnesota. Good night.